Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a Foundation 101 video, and the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I remember when I was starting out with makeup, I just went into a store and I just wanted to pick out a foundation. Now the persons here, are at least the store that I went to here in Jamaica, the persons at the counter aren't that, in my opinion, informed about foundations, and basically, to ask you questions about what exactly you're looking for or expecting your foundation to do. Their aim is basically to get the foundation to match to like your chest or your neck, and that's just basically it. The foundation thing goes much deeper than that. It's after trial and I'm not a professional, by the way. It's after trial and error that I realized what type of foundation works for me. After doing my research, I kind of realized that you can't just go into a store and like, oh, I want that foundation, and basically foundation goes much deeper than that. You have to think about skin type, the type of coverage you're looking for, the type of finish you're looking for. Additional information would be like the ingredients that are in your foundation. If you're prone to acne, you have to pay special attention to ingredients that are in foundations, because that can really break you out and contribute to your acne and not like help it. So that's why I wanted to do this video for you guys, so you guys can get like info about foundations and what to pick out, what to look for when you're picking out foundations, and what to know before you actually go into the store to pick out foundations, because these sell you foundation and just to get it to match your skin. Sometimes it doesn't even match your skin, but they're just there as sales rep and they just want to get you to pick out the foundation and go home. So before I category is skin type. You have 5 types of skin type. You have your normal skin, your dry combination skin, and your sensitive skin. Now, to pick out foundation, you have to consider your skin type before walking into that store and just picking out a foundation. Now, the type of skin type you have determines the foundation that you pick up, in that each one has different characteristics. I can never say that word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They have different features. Yeah, that's a better word, right? So, for instance, normal skin, that's probably the best skin type you can find. They aren't prone to aging, it's the least problematic. The skin is usually supple and elastic. Foundation just glides on and they look completely perfect. So those persons won't have like a problem picking out foundation. Now, if you have like, so persons with dry skin are sometimes prone to aging. These persons are also, their skin becomes flaky and dry and a bit tight at times after washing the face. So if your face is like that, then you probably have dry skin. Now, oily skin, this is probably the most common type. Hold on, let me just turn down my fan. Yeah. So this is probably the most problematic skin type. It's also the most popular. A lot of persons have oily skin, and it's really a problem because oily skin does contribute to acne prone skin as well. Oily skin, it gets greasy. You oftentimes have enlarged pores. It tends to break out into acne, as I said before, and as I said, it's really problematic. It's a really problematic type of skin. Next type is combination skin, and combination skin is a mixture of oily and dry skin. Now, this means that probably your T-zone is across your forehead here and down the bridge of your nose all the way down to your chin. That's your T-zone. I think I'm combination skin because I do get oily along my forehead in these areas down here, and alongside this area of my face is usually dry after I wash my face. So I do think I have combination skin. So you need to consider a lot of things when you have combination. The last skin type is sensitive skin type, and this skin type can also be problematic, just like your oily skin. Why? Because a lot of products help to break out your skin. Persons with this are really scared of what type of products they use, and this is where the ingredients come in, but I'll get to that later on in the video. So sensitive skin is, they're likely to develop redness, scaly areas. It can be itchy at times. It's prone to breaking out into spots and acne. It is the most problematic along with oily skin. Anyway, the second thing that you need to consider is your foundation coverage. Now, if you're somebody who has spots and all of that, or you are somebody that has a completely clear skin, the type of foundation that you choose is really important. That you don't go out and pick a foundation that doesn't do what you want it to do, or does something that you don't want it to do. So if you get what I'm saying, you have 4 different types of coverage. And sorry if I'm looking down, I just made some notes here so I don't forget what I'm saying. But the first type is sheer coverage, light coverage, medium coverage, and then you have full coverage. Now I'm going to start from full coverage. If you're somebody who needs full coverage, that means that you have spotting along your face in bad areas. You need a lot of full coverage. You have probably discoloration. You probably have hyperpigmentation that you need to cover with a full coverage foundation. So my type of full coverage foundation is my Black Opal, and you guys know that I have them in two shades, the Nutmeg and in Truly Topaz, but I'll get into that in the last part of the video. I'll just show you guys type of foundations that I have used over the past and that I'm using now. Secondly, the second type of coverage is medium coverage. Now it can cover discoloration and freckles and blotchiness when it's paired with a tinted powder, and a tinted powder is not a translucent powder. It's a powder that has some color in it. So when using a medium coverage foundation, it can cover what you want it to cover as long as you pair it with a tinted powder. Thirdly, you have light coverage. These can lightly cover unevenness and blotchiness. It cannot cover spots or freckles or any of that. It just gives you a wash of color across your face. The last one is sheer coverage, and this has the least amount of pigmentation. These are probably like tinted moisturizers and all of that. They don't cover spots or scars or anything. They're the most transparent, and they will not hide discoloration. So those are basically for your foundation coverages. So as I said, it's sheer, light, medium, and full coverage foundations. So full coverage foundations, I found that a lot of persons with spotting and all of that, they go for full coverage foundations. Tinted moisturizers are probably for like the summer, and when you don't want to put on like a ton of makeup on your face, that's when I use tinted moisturizers, and those give me like sheer coverage. So you need to consider that as well. Thirdly, types of foundation. Now you have 5 types of foundation. You have, well, 3 generally, but I guess over the time they have added some more. You have liquid foundations, you have powder foundations, and you have cream foundations. And on the other hand, now you have tinted moisturizers and mineral foundations. Now liquid foundations would be like these. So when you look on the bottle, you're supposed to see them measured in like milliliter or ounces or something like that. So they're liquidy and they come in like glass bottles or so. So that those are like liquid foundations. Powder foundations would be like my Milani cream to powder foundation, and this one is in 2 Spice Almond. Open and show you guys. So I've hit pan on this, and this is basically a powder foundation. Let me just. So it rubs, and while you're blending it into your skin, it just turns to powder across your face. The third type is like cream type foundations, and I would consider that to be like my Black Opal foundations. These are really creamy foundations. Tinted moisturizer, you know, your BB creams and all of that. Mineral foundations is, I don't know if this is a foundation, but it's a powder, and it's a mineral powder, and this is from Avon. The color is pure beige. I think this is too light for me. Oh my god, I just made a mess. So yeah, we've covered the skin type, we've covered your foundation coverage, we covered the types of foundation that they have out there. Lastly, well, not lastly, but the finish of your foundations is probably the next thing that you want to consider. Now you have 3 different types of finishes. You have your satin finish, your matte finish, and your dewy finish. I always go for a matte finish because I have oily skin, and if I go for a dewy finish, at the end of the day, I look like extremely dewy. I look really nasty. So right now I'm going for a matte finish, and I am getting sweaty in these places right now, but you guys probably won't be able to see that. But if I had went for a dewy finish, I'd be looking a lot more shinier than this. So let me just tell you guys what the finishes are basically, what they basically are. So satin finish, it does not shine, but it shimmers. It's between being dewy and matte. So you got that. A satin finish is just basically in the middle of being dewy and matte. A matte finish now makes your skin powder soft. It's just, I've never been able to like explain a matte finish, but a matte finish is basically, you know, your face is like, what's the word? If I find the word, I just link it down there. But yeah, dewy finishes. Dewy finishes basically just add moisture to the skin. those type of foundations are formulated that way so that they glide alongside your face and just give you that really moisturized look. I don't have a dewy foundation because, as I said, I do not go for dewy looks. I can't have to show you like foundation that gives you a dewy look because I don't have one. So yeah, those are basically your three types of finishes of foundation. Another thing that you can do your own research about is your formulation of your foundations. Your formulations are basically the, so yeah, the video got cut off, but what I was saying is that you can research about the formulation of your foundations. Next thing that I want to talk about is the additional information about your foundation. Who have sensitive skin. You'd also want to consider your SPF content in your foundation. Basically, SPF protect your skin from sun rays and avoid you from getting like dark spots and discoloration in your face. Paraben, you also want to look for a foundation that is paraben free. Paraben is basically a preservative that makeup companies use in their foundation to help the longevity of the foundation or the shelf life of the foundation to be longer. However, this product that they put into the foundation kind of breaks you out, especially if you have sensitive skin. This isn't good for your skin. You also want to look for a foundation that is fragrance free. Fragrance also, with persons with sensitive skin, also helps to break you out. Not only sensitive skin, if you are acne prone as well. You also want to look for a foundation that is oil free, non-comedogenic, and oil free is only if you have only if you have oily skin. You want to look for a foundation that is oil free. You want to look for a foundation that is hyperallergenic as well. If you're a person who are prone, if you're a person that is prone to sensitive skin, you want to look for a foundation that is hypoallergenic. And I found the Black Opal foundation to be, it is oily, but it is non-comedogenic, it is paraben free, and it is hypoallergenic. So I guess if you're a person with sensitive skin, the Black Opal foundation, the cream stick foundations at least, is a good foundation for you. The ingredients that you should avoid when you're buying foundations is a foundation with fragrance, wax, or a wax type of oil like, and I can't pronounce this word, but it's bismuth oxychloride. I'll link the name right here so you guys can see because I can't pronounce it. So yeah, that's basically my foundation 101 video. I hope this helps somebody who is looking about buying foundation. It's not just about matching the foundation to your skin. It goes a lot deeper than just matching foundation. Probably matching foundation will be the last thing you'll consider when you're buying your foundation. You should consider your skin type firstly, your coverage firstly, your finish, the ingredients in the foundation, even before you try and match the foundation to your skin. So I've just found these things out through trial and error, and I decided to make this video, guys. I hope it was helpful to somebody out there who is having trouble with makeup or just starting out or something. The foundations that I've used is the Revlon Color Stay. This is the foundation that I use, and every time I buy a foundation, I'm going to try and do a review and a demo of the foundation, because I think that foundation can be a tricky thing. It's not like mascara where you know that you're going to pick out a mascara and you're looking for one of two things. Either you want length or you want volume. It's as simple as that with mascara. But with foundation, it goes a lot deeper than that. The other foundations that I've used is the Black Opal. I've also tried an Avon foundation and can't remember the name. It's Neutrogena. I don't think it's Anu, I think. A and then New after that. I've also tried a Milani cream to powder foundation, and this was really good as well. I use this on days that I'm like in a quick rush and I just wanna, even out my skin tone. Yeah, so those are the foundations that I've tried. I don't have the other ones here with me because obviously they're finished. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. And my camera is just about to cut off. So bye.